2022, take it back to '01. Back when yelling off was shocking and fun. Back when Musketeers exploded onto the scene. Britney and Justin were in sync, know what I mean? Steven Tyler screamed he didn't want to miss a thing. Back when Carson Daly dominated the screen. Back a couple decades before I felt old. Before Janet Jackson had a whole nipple exposed. Whoa. Hold up, whoa Nelly. Dr. Dre is scheduled to be featured on my telly. This about to be the best, there's nothing you can tell me. A heavy dose of nostalgia, no better way to sell me. Just then, a panic falls. I think I need to get my friends Frank and Jan and Cole. There's no way it will be better than the TRL show. Kane and DB, hell no. Hype beats will get fed for show. Time to level my expectations, still low. They were once real high, gotta make them real low. Hit them with the Dillo. They were once real high, gotta make them real low. Hit them with the Dillo. And now I know that whenever my expectations get too high, I need to Dillo them. I need to Dillo those expectations. Because what could possibly deliver to the hype that's in my mind? Nothing.
It's Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillo's Diz. Featuring Frank. And Jen.
This is Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillo's Diz. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I am Frank, and for the next 30 minutes, we're going to bring you 3 topics or subjects that we have not discussed on the Theme Park Thursday podcast. It dropped an hour ago. Our guest was Pixie Dust, PhD, Dr. Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm.
We recorded live over at DillosDizResorts.com last week. We did a little Q&A. We continue to be confused about DVC and the DVC life. And that podcast is now available on your favorite podcatcher, or you could go watch the video, which is unedited and might give you a little more insights into things over at DillosDizResort.com.
Yes.
What am I forgetting?
I found it interesting that Dr. Jacqueline said that, like, people don't refer to her as Dr. Jacqueline except, in this little group here. It's weird. What would we call her otherwise? I don't know. It's odd.
It's a we hope these things catch on.
We try. Good morning, Lewis, Lexi, Ryan, and Dr. Val. How y'all
My
doing?
friend Jack, Jack.
I know Jack, not his real name.
Jack and I, when we lived in Florida in the mid to late 90s, we often people would just say to us, "You got a name for everybody."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, especially here, like to say Rob for Theme Park Rob, it doesn't seem right. It doesn't flow. Like, who's Rob?
Am I not going to say
Rob.
Skip or Bob? Come on.
Right. I mean, it's hard. But, I do.
Am I not just going to say Adam? No.
Right. You just yell his name.
I just got to yell. We got to reach out to Adam because we've been wanting them to do a guest spot for a while on the podcast, and I feel like we kind of know his schedule, and it has not been working out with our schedule, so we haven't even done the reach out. We're saying this out loud without talking to him about it.
We're just let him know that we were talking about if his ears are ringing right now. We've also been MIA from this live for what, 2 weeks? How long has it been?
It might have been longer because last week we did not do. The week before I did at the resort.
Right.
Because you were out.
Right.
Da 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 da.
And then
so we're back, baby.
Before that, I guess so. Yeah.
So it's been more. So here we are, 3 topics or subjects for the next 24 minutes. Start the clock. Topic number 1, breaking news, because it's Theme Park Thursday. I mean, I'm just seeing it. I will just put up the Twitter feed. I did the search, but it's the return of Communicore. I don't care. If the name is back, I am excited enough for that. The return of Communicore. I mean, I don't want to give away too much about my excitement within this topic or subject, but
no spoilers.
Communicore. we're one step closer to horizons. I'm just saying.
Hello, Steffers.
Topic number 2, more than halfway to Halloween. I had too many parentheses in that edit. I gotta
What
edit.
idiots.
There should be another. If I was gonna do double parentheses,
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's more than halfway to Halloween. It's because that was gonna be topic number 1 originally, and then the
Okay.
Communicore news broke, and then I put that Communicore as number 1. If you want a little inside baseball on
Yes.
that.
Yes.
More than last week, I think it happened on Theme Park Thursday. They made all the Halloween announcements. We'll just focus on the Walt Disney World ones because that's how we roll.
Mhm.
And we'll do our usual. We're not really Halloween people spiel. And then topic number 3, Jen doesn't know what I'm talking about here. Maybe she does. Maybe she's got some guesses. We'll see how it goes. But unwarranted jealousy.
Mhm.
I know Jen's gonna have unwarranted jealousy, and I think people at large have unwarranted jealousy. If I can say it, then it can be a topic.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
There you go. You know what it is now.
Hey, Chelsea.
So that is topic number 3, unwarranted jealousy. We're more than halfway to Halloween, and topic number 1, Communicore returns.
Good morning, Jeffers. And did you see the tweet I sent you right before we came into
No,
the
because my
green room?
phone is somewhere to be found.
It was another. It was another look at something in Epcot. But,
maybe you should pull that up separately.
Yeah, maybe I'll pull that up here.
So topic number 1, topic number 2, topic number 3 on Theme Park Thursday Live while I sip my coffee.
Oh, sipping coffee, sipping coffee. Sipping coffee.
It's a nice pause. You should have filled that pause. What I was trying to sip my coffee.
I was bringing up the tweet you told me to bring up. I'm also live on the TikTok. I'm doing a lot of things over here.
Lexi's got 132. Ryan's got 231. John, hey John, Pastor John, what's up? 321. And Steffers, don't worry. It's like ET, like the glow.
Yeah.
The glow reaches multi-planets.
Yeah.
And don't worry,
okay,
you're still
Steffers.
Connected in this circle of life.
We're all okay. We don't low key miss you. We big key. What's the opposite of low key? We full on miss you, Steffers. We're not ashamed to admit it. We're so emotional. We're unemotional. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Is the anti low key is the opposite of low key would be Thanos in Marvel terms. Sorry.
One of these days I'll get to the movie watch.
Yeah, how's that going? Let's look. What will happen first here at Dillos Days? Will Jen make her way through the MCU, or will Frank finally begin to fulfill? I've done one birthday wish so far. There's a list of things I have to do for my birthday. Speaking of halfway to Halloween, also why I don't like halfway to Halloween either. Halfway to my birthday, and so we're at the halfway point, and I fulfilled one thing on the list so far, and I didn't even fill that because I only went on one water ride at Islands of Adventure. And that was for Steffers. Speaking of Steffers, every week, Steffers, it come this close to accidentally hitting the video for the you and Jen intro rather than the me and Jen intro.
Steffers, high key is seriously a term. I've legit never heard that. The Marvel movie watch, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be after like the next 3 weeks because listen, I'm trying to get through the final season of This Is Us, along with the rest of the.
I watched 3 episodes last night.
You did?
Did
you watch the latest episode? Are you still crying from it like me? Because I am.
I'm not. I didn't cry from the latest episode, but it was. I think they, when I see a character served well in the, a full like that, I was appreciative of. Had the character being served well. I was more into the episode before, and no spoilers, right? But Mrs. Dillo was very much like, does this not go against like the very foundation of like when someone does something in a relationship, and then I was like, no, years have passed. It is deeply rooted.
Right.
It's not 30 minutes later and Julia Stiles is taking back Freddie Prinze Jr. Like, no, that's.
Speaking of his most hated movie, should that be the next movie club movie? By the way,
God, I don't watch that movie. No way.
Did Mrs. Dillo cry at the recent episode?
I feel well. Let me think about it. I think there was more crying at the performance. I think there was the performance. There was a
Sure.
performance,
Yeah.
and I think that's the tears came there. I don't know about the. I didn't really
It was
check
like
out
the
those.
overall, there was just a lot
There's a
happening.
lot happening
So
on This Is Us.
tears were down my neck. It's fine. So,
Okay.
needless to say, the Marvel watch I think has to wait because I'm just going to be depressed for the next few weeks. So I'm a little bit busy.
Long story short, I forgot that's where we started this conversation that nobody cares about This Is Us. Topic number 1, breaking news, Communicore returns. I haven't seen an actual story about this yet since it was an hour ago, but I'll pull up some of the tweets I have seen regarding the artwork. Right there's Brooke Geiger McDonald right here. Can you see the screen?
Yes. Do you want to
Yes.
bring up the pictures
Yeah, I'm
bigger?
going to do that. I just want to
Okay.
make sure it was there.
Yeah.
All right. So first look at new spaces coming to Epcot's World Celebration Communicore Hall. It's very hard not to use the New York dialect there. A
Cool.
Communicore Hall,
Mhm.
a multi-use facility, and Communicore Plaza, an outdoor event space. New central Epcot Gardens, which will evolve throughout the season, will also include immersive lighting. At least it's not sleek lighting, everyone. Immersive lighting packages at night. Listen, Epcot and light at night, we're listening.
Yes.
You have our attention.
Mhm.
So here we go. Let me see the Festival of the Arts.
That was the
set
tweet
up
I was
here.
going to show you, so that's fine.
Oh, this is
Mhm.
it? Okay,
Mhm.
cool. And then here we go. And I like that. It's nice concept art right there.
Mhm.
Stars will shoot out in
Mhm.
crystallized form into Epcot every night. And that is the artwork there. We have similar pictures, I think, the whole time. Yeah, there's a Con Edison tweet right there, just so you know. Yeah, so
Hashtag
those are
not
the 4
sponsored.
main photos. So, Jen, I'll
Yeah.
start with you because this is, basically, you know, your life for several years in the
Mhm.
central portion of Epcot and Innoventions. I was always more Communicore than Innoventions.
Mhm.
So this excites me. What
Mhm.
are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I will forever be sad that the Innoventions buildings are gone. However, I have when the announcements were made that changes were coming to Epcot, we did admit we were okay with the changes. Like we were kind of looking forward to them. I feel like the changes are feeling more like throwback Epcot of the feels that Epcot used to provide back in the day and kind of moved away from over time. I feel like maybe we'll get some of that vibe back. I was wondering, so with the festival stage, that's I'm assuming where all the performances will be. So they will no longer be in the World Showcase, or will there be 2 things going on at one time? Do we know what's happening?
Yeah, I'm sure if anything, I would think they would double their entertainment value there
Right.
and alternate. Well, if there's a sound issue, which I don't know how much the sound really carries. I have to think
Mhm.
about it. It probably gets the barges probably block a lot of it now, but I'm sure they can alternate time blocks too if
Right.
need be. So much like you go around the countries on New Year's Eve and you go from one DJ party to the next DJ party. So I'm sure it's entirely possible. I would think both would exist. The event space is obviously Jen having done many events in the former future world in the past.
Mhm.
They're going for the money grabs there, understandable. But
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. I think when you see like all this Cosmic Rewind news, again, not enough hype, I feel,
Mhm.
but news. Marvel in Epcot, people are like, what's happening? And then you get something like this. I feel like that's a good balance. Like you're
Mhm.
balancing, like, okay, you got to move in this direction with IP stuff, but a lot of people need this kind of move towards an updated feels,
Yeah.
updated. What do I want to say? A
Yeah.
sensory experience.
Mhm.
So that's why I like the idea. Now, granted, we've been getting concept art for a long time with the Moana stuff and now this, but again, concept art is allowed to change. I dropped highlights of our 2 conversations with Amy Ratcliffe for
Mhm.
May the 4th yesterday, and it was fun to re-listen to all of those and those conversations. And we bounced around a lot, obviously, because she has several Star Wars books. But listening to talk about the Art of Galaxy's Edge book, and just how many pieces of concept art there were. And, a lot of people get angry of like, oh, we never got this and we never got that. And, sure, a lot of it is financial and budgetary and what have you. But things also have to be practical and what people are actually going to respond to and things like that. So I don't mind getting the concept art all the time, as long as it keeps going in this direction.
Right. I think was it Theme Park Rob, our friend, had tweeted to us, and I don't know if I replied via tweet or just mentally, because I do that a lot. Texts, social media. I reply in my mind and then I forget to actually do it. I'm trying to look for the tweet. Yes, here it is. I'm gonna steal the screen share. There we go.
I stopped the screen share. So
okay. And what? Would like to deny. Okay. Chrome tab. This one. Okay. So he had tweeted this one to us, which, and let me make this bigger here. So yes.
Of course.
No.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
You are no on that?
No.
I mean, the fanny pack is a hard no. Can you go back? I don't mind the Cosmic Rewind
shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
I'm accepting of that.
Yeah, but I was pretty excited for this kind of
look.
Yeah.
In our life. But if you just go to the Cosmic, yeah. I haven't been on it. Other people have been on it. I haven't read enough spoilers about Cosmic Rewind, but I know that they try to tap into some sort of history. I already feel like, well, they should have done more. They should have done more to try to find their angle into the overall, but because the overall isn't really developed at this point, they couldn't really go that far. They can go, oh, this is what it's going to be, and then they decided not to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I think they were in a kind of precarious position of trying to make Cosmic Rewind fit into Epcot's overall forwarding theme.
Yeah, and I get that. I think, I look forward to when Epcot is really like, okay, this is the new Epcot, and seeing if Guardians get a little more love. Like, just everything feels like a test to me. Like, what do you think about this merch? All right. What do you think if we did this? Like, I don't know.
Right.
Look, again, I feel like, and I've said this, I feel like they've Dilloed the ride. And, from what I'm hearing so far, it's a pretty cool ride. So I look forward to some more love shown to it.
Yeah. I mean, John says, Disney concept art always looks good, but really, do they create something like it? I mean, I don't expect that. I don't expect that Polynesian building that they're building over in the Luau Cove to look like that. That's for sure.
I better not.
So Dr. Val loves Epcot designs, not loving that Guardian shirt.
Same.
And Lewis, I don't like that the new attraction having a retro Epcot feel. I do. But I feel like they couldn't go further because it's still unclear what's actually happening.
Right. And really, I do like, when you put it like that, Lewis, yes, I do like that. I think I don't have enough of a connection. I did see Guardians, so that's something. But I don't think I have enough connection to it to be like, ooh, this is awesome. I'm just sort of indifferent about it. But I do appreciate the retro feel. Yes.
So topic number 2 here, more than halfway to Halloween.
More than halfway to Frank's birthday.
This will be our quick with 10 minutes left already because we chitter chatter too much. Disney dropped all of their Halloween news last Thursday, Friday, merchandise, what's happening in all the parks. Obviously, they can't utter the words boo bash anymore because everyone went crazy with the price points last year. It's just got a bad reputation. And obviously, not so scary. People wanted that back anyway. So Not So Scary returns. with all of your favorites and more. The Headless Horseman will ride his ghostly steed down Main Street. The Sanderson sisters during the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular, or is it Spelltacular? Oh my God, I gotta go to the eye doctor. As they call upon frightening colleagues to conjure the ultimate Hocus Pocus party potion. How do you feel about Hocus Pocus 2? And not that you're a Hocus Pocus 1 person either, but that it goes right to Disney Plus instead of them giving it a run in the movie theater. I feel like it would have been a big deal for 2 generations, really, for like, your age more than me, to bring their kids to.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting, but not. I feel like they're at this point picking and choosing like what gets movie release and what gets Disney Plus release, and maybe because of the I don't know a better word for it, so I'm just going to say cult following that it has, that maybe they feel like they would bring in more on the Disney Plus side, or maybe they're trying to get new subscribers over there, and maybe that would drive that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to, see the numbers and the surveys that are done to determine these things, because, to me, the last, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years, because I'm getting old, so I shake my fist like an old man. But, it's all about the big opening weekend. Like, you just hit for the opening weekend now. I feel like you could just do the big opening weekend, and, people still want to see things on the big screen. So regardless, I would love to know the financials behind what would happen if we released a movie for one weekend and then moved it to Disney Plus the next week. How many people would still go? That's really where I am with that.
Yeah.
In honor of the 50th anniversary celebration, we're adding even more fun to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party in the form of event-exclusive step-in photo opportunities. And in addition to the reusable trick-or-treating tote bag, guests will also receive a Halloween-themed 50th anniversary celebration commemorative print, which is probably already on eBay for you to start bidding on. $109 to $199, starts August 12th through October 31st. There you go.
Lexi said going to Disney Plus directly makes me lower my expectations. You know what? That looks like a Dillo Plus. Get it? And lowering the expectations. So it all comes around.
Oh, man. Dillo Plus.
They're going to put Pixar films on Disney Plus first, as often as they do. I mean, that's true, too.
No, that's fair. The third and final topic here with 6 minutes left. Unwarranted jealousy. Because we gotta get riled up about something. I don't know how much I'm really gonna get riled up, but enough, I'm sure. There was a cast member appreciation thing last week, and oh boy.
It's good to, it won't even let you X out. I hear you trying to X out of it, and it won't let you because it's supposed to stay forever.
You're like in a loop. Listen, this is mine right here. Can you see this? Wally going around.
Oh, that's funny. That's awesome.
This is what I want in my life. I want Wally. I want Wally going around Epcot.
That would be awesome. Oh, wishes hit Lewis. I love that.
Oh, it got Lewis. So so they had a cast member event. Wishes, happily ever after, and other treats along the way. I'm going to sneeze real quick, Jen.
Okay, yeah, you sneeze. Go ahead. Lewis says it was just so perfect and timeless and simple. And that's, I feel like you're never going to have a fireworks show like that again, because it didn't have all the, the castle projections and the just all the extra stuff. It was simple. It had like a little glow and sometimes some images pop up on the castle, but like it was a lot of fireworks. It was the feels with all the music. It was all of it, and I'm so happy they brought it back. And you know what? It says to me that Disney, you know what you're doing. Why would you show this for cast members with this and Happily Ever After? And it's like, this is what the people want. Give us what we want.
Jeffers and I, the basis of our friendship is on the lights on the castle, the frozen ice
Yeah.
lights, whatever you want to call, whatever they're called. I never remember the name, and that's why they don't exist anymore. But I suggested at one point that it drove him crazy that it shouldn't be every night from Christmas, from a week before Thanksgiving to
Yeah.
the week after New Year's or whatever. It should be special occasions, special nights. And he was like, how do you know when to go then? Which is a fair point. But similarly, I feel like if you bust out wishes one night before enchantment, or you bust that you get repeat people coming. People will come back. And not that they're not coming. They are coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I read things that people aren't going to Disney anymore, but I don't think that's true. But I feel like there should be some spontaneity.
Yeah.
In the parks, and to see something like this and go, oh my God, imagine if it was there. And it's just a cast member event, but imagine if even just, if you don't know, on the 30th of December that they do the testing for New Year's Eve fireworks. And that is that we did that in 06 or whatever. And we were like, what is happening? We were both cast members. Oh, you were OPP, but just an OP. But we were like, oh, this happens. What do you mean? And so it's cool to see the New Year's fireworks, not on New Year's. Yeah. I just feel like we could use a little of that from time to time. This little extra special magic.
What if they did a special wishes dessert party, on certain nights that you just pay extra for?
Right.
You pay extra for it's one of the nights where Magic Kingdom closes at 8, and then the event people come in and we get to see wishes and we have to get to eat delicious pastries. I don't care. I'll pay. And we get to have a whole wishes experience, or happily ever after.
Right, that it might get done. That's the way it might get done.
Right.
I mean, because you still go to the Polynesian beach and launch wishes if you want.
Well, yeah. So happy that the cast members got to experience it because they deserve it. But man, hate that we all can't experience it. Same.
You stole Lewis's idea, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, did I?
No, but I just feel like we could use a little bit of this from time to time, and I say it about different experiential places from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you bring an audience an unpredictable element, they're more likely to come back. Right, that's where the Galactic Star Cruiser is going to be. As soon as they start introducing, we're going to do a Life Day thing from November to January on the Star Cruiser, people are going to book.
Yeah.
And so they have to figure that out. We used to say about Galaxy's Edge, will they do a Life Day season? Will they do I've said from time to time they should do an original trilogy season and a sequel trilogy season on Batu and a prequel trilogy season, and see what that does. Just do that for a year, see what happens. And I think that, I don't know, you got to have a plan. You just can't willy-nilly do it. And I'm just blue skying, but you see that kind of spontaneity and you go, and I agree. Wishes, you're not going to see like that because of the projections, but simplicity sometimes has a stronger impact. You just need the fireworks and the music cues and you're good.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Well, that's going to be the 3 topics for today. We're going to take this over to DillosDizResorts.com for a little post show. Frank has to go to work, so I will be there briefly, but Jen will carry you through for a little extra time over at DillosDizResort.com. That's our Patreon memberships, beginning as low as $1 per month, $5 a month to get you into this post show here. And we're always looking for new ways to expand and grow the resort when there's time. All these plans. I'm walking home. I'll just say this, and then I'll say over at the resort too. I'm walking home from the subway the other night. And I'm like, oh, next month, June, is the 25th anniversary of the Toy Story Parade ending. And I was like, oh, I could just go on the resort and talk about my experience that day. The final day of the Toy Story Parade. And I was like, oh, that's a thing. And then I was like, oh, then I could talk about the Hercules Parade setup, which happened 2 weeks later. And so I think of things like that. And then I have to find the time to do them.
Right.
So improv workshops coming soon. that's what we have to say today. But thanks for hanging out. Like this video on your way out the door and over to Dillo's Diz Resort if you're joining us there. But we'll be back next week for a little Theme Park Thursday Live. Until that time, she's Jen. I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
Deuces.